Hello, everybody. It is your boy Dante, aka Bloodless, aka Swear. It is my pleasure to bring you Academy Matchday number 8. It's been a while since I did commentary. Uh, Probably about a week, maybe a little over that. So I am extremely excited to be back. Back in the house. Had a lot of technical difficulties and IRL stuff kind of just pop up, which sapped some of the days I was going to record. But either way, oh boy, am I excited to be able to be here for you guys today. As always, it's my honor to be your humble commentator. Today we got Dawa Accra versus Stockholm, uh, Jakarta versus whatever PRF is. I don't know. Oh, sorry, Port Royal. I do know. Atletico versus Istanbul, Victoria Falls versus Sydney. Dawa Accra is going to start with a kind of a weird one, considering they have like that left wing back there. Meanwhile, Stockholm's gonna have a much more uniform formation. Can't lie, Dawa Accra's formation is not one I've actually seen before. So maybe it'll get them 18 goals and we just haven't seen it yet. That'd be fun. I am aware, by the way, that there's no audio on my end for the beginning part of this. Either way. A long boot up, picked up Stotch back to the legend, back to Stotch, and Adamonis gets the ball, passing it back. Gonna try and build up from behind. That's fine, as long as they don't lose possession and give up a counterattack. Middlebeard on the right wing. Who's he gonna find? He's gonna take it in himself. He's gonna shoot. No, he passed it Adamonis, and that's gonna be a goal. So just 4.5 minutes into the game, folks, we have our first goal of the game. And it was a beautiful little play there. Middlebeard he teased it like I'm gonna shoot, and then he just passed it to Adamonis who had just went behind everybody. He just kind of glided actually. I don't know how you do that on 1 foot, because the field's not made of ice. So I don't know how he did that, but pretty cool. Despite ignoring one of Newton's 3 laws, we're gonna have another play here. Metalbeard cross it in, and oh, and Bubblegum is gonna be on the finish here. Metalbeard looking fantastic, and he sends it to the striker Bubblegum on the cross. But yes, Metalbeard is in fantastic form today. He's one of the players that I've been cheering for all season, individually. I don't cheer for teams, I cheer for players. And yeah, that brings them Stockholm up 2-0 in convincing fashion as well. Dewa Accra so far has not had themselves a chance to attack. Bogon to Adamonis, pass it back, Dono, but intercepted. Holmberg is going to put this up now to Legend, to Torres, to Deanne. And a little bit past and gets it to Masters, back to Holmberg, back to Masters, back to Legend player. Passing it back, Miller to Deanne, trying to get Torres, but ooh, that might have been offside anyways. Stotch to Lind. Up to Metalbeard, who's done some great things already. Passing it. Jansen has the ball. Pass it in. But it's too close to the keeper, so easily collected. That pass was meant for Bubblegum, I assume. Still, maybe if he gave it a cross, he could have gotten that one up. And Holmesburg has a nice little spin touch there. He's going to look to cross it in now himself. Headed away, though, by a Legend player. Adamonis going to carry it up the left wing now. hits it deep to Bubblegum, who bounces out to the left wing, who puts it in, and Jansen. He fills in the spot. Bubblegum vacates and easily finishes. Excellent, excellent play. Is it onside though? It's not? Oh. I thought okay, what? No, but his foot was I don't know. I don't know about that one. That was insanely close. Oh, Stosh tried to kick that in, but despite it going over, all it needed was a little more dip for it to go in. Either way, kick is going to be booed out. Stoch puts it in. Adamonis absolutely blasts it over the net. Ooh. Deanne steals the ball away, passes to the goalkeeper, Kaganori. Puts it up to Masters on the wing. But it's stolen away by Wooters? I don't know, but Bubblegum gets the pass from Jansen and finishes. This one has got to be onside, right? Right? Yes. Yes? Yes. So Bubblegum gets another score. Both him and Metalbeard are having incredible nights. We're not even 30 minutes into the game. So Kanadawa Accra finally gets something going here. Deanne boots it in, headed away, picked up by Holmberg. Back to Nessie, the legend player. Mass passing it with another legend player for a little bit there, but Metalbeard intercepts. Lynn to Dono, back to Metalbeard. Almost loses it on the touchline, but keeps it in bounds. Lind is going to pass it back to Cheese. To another legend player. To Adamonis, who passes it to Stotch. Looks to move it up the field with a little ticky-tack of football. Ends up in the hands, at the feet of Metalbeard, who's going to look for a crossing buddy. Doesn't. Instead finds Wooters, passes it back to Metalbeard. Gets it to Stotch, who takes a long shot. I mean, you're up 3-0, so, you know. Man, these early morning recordings are different. Ooh, Miller doesn't lose possession there. It looked like the legend player should have actually been able to steal it there, but didn't. Masters passed to Holmberg to Gorkuff, who actually blast that one in, but looks like it's not onside, so. Unfortunate. So now Accra is getting some attacks going here. They're getting something. Masters to Torres to Gorkuff. Tries to get it into Deanne, who shoots and this one's onside, right? Right? Oh my god. No way. Again? Another disallowed goal? Oh, that is. Oh yeah, no, he was pretty clearly offside. Pretty clearly offside for that one. Damn. All right, Metalbeard puts it in to Dono, puts it back to Metalbeard, back to Dono. Ooh, actually, kind of got blasted on that one, just a little. Anyway, ends up at the feet of Metalbeard. Stotch puts it into Wooters, who tries to get a nice little spin going. Kicks it in. Oh, whoa! Nori making two incredible saves. Wow, that looked like a surefire goal. Okay, but either way, on the counter, Holmesburg gonna look to pass it in. Gets to a legend player in the middle. Who puts it all the way back to Masters, to Miller, to Torres, to Masters once more, to Holmesburg, who does have a little bit of space, but he's gonna lose possession, it looks like. And that'll bring us into halftime, folks. So game one is off to an eventful start. 0.09 XG for Adawa Accra. My god. Do something. Fight back. Fight back. And there's our audio. I knew we'd get it eventually. But yeah, so far a pretty convincing game. Jansen passing it back to start the second half, folks. We're gonna have a toss in from the side, Dean to Nessie. Now back to the end, to Holmesburg. Passing it back to Miller. Now to Nessie. Gets it into Caravinga, who takes a long shot. Cheese has to dive for it, but fortunately for him, it doesn't end up going in bounds. And whew, Taganori got lucky that one sailed over the net. Extremely lucky. Either way, little lift pass out. Ends up in the hands of the Legend Torres, the Legend Miller, bouncing up the right wing for Deanne. Puts back in the middle to Nessie. 1-2 play back to Deanne. To Gorkov, who absolutely fires a cannon. It's a little off target there, so it would have gone out of bounds either way, but Cheese picks it up nicely. And gets launched down the field, intercepted, headed down by Bubblegum. And ooh, Stotch almost gets possession of it, but the excellent tackle by Legend player there. Shame we lose possession of it, anyways. Deanne is looking for a corner, sorry, for a counterpartner, but nope. Does find Holmberg, but unfortunately goes over the net. So, an eventful match so far. Metalbeard, he fell face first for that header. I don't know why, but okay. Miller back to Hootie. Ends up with it. To Maxwell, to Holmberg on the left wing once more. Puts it into Gorkov, who almost uses it, but gets him Torres, and turns and takes a shot. Now that was a good shot. It was an incredible save, by the way, by Cheese. But still, wow. Anyway, we're gonna have some legend-on-legend violence here. Taganori, though, breaks that chain. Puts it back to Hootie. Howdy? I'm Howdy 500. I don't know. Taganori, he's racking up some passing stats. Teases the fact that he could go out if he wanted, but doesn't. Deanne is gonna get it to. How do you say that name? Kamavinga? Kamavinga. Ooh, another wicked little play. And they get it quickly at the end. But no dice in that, so. You know, some passing, but it's intercepted, cleared. Metalbeard has it on the right wing, though. Wooters or Waters. Wouters. Ooh, Bubblegum! And he's gonna get, I believe that's a hat trick, as long as it's still good. Damn. Just a cheeky little pass in. Goes to Jansen. He just puts it right into Bubblegum. And although there's three guys in the middle, none of them seem to even notice what's going on. So it's too late. So this game has been all Stockholm. The second half has had a dose of Adama Accra, but again, not able to capitalize on opportunities. You know, not taking advantage of when they do get the ball. Ooh, Holberg makes a good effort trying to dispossess it again. Gets to Stotch, who puts it up, intercepted by Adama. Gorkov cuts in, keeps possession of the ball, shoots him. Oh, it's off the post. Metalbeard doing a little swim move, like swimming with his arms in order to slow himself down. I don't know, but that was kind of silly of you, Metalbeard. I love it. Camavinga to Torres, plays it to Gorkov, sent out to the wing by Holmberg. US space, cuts inside, pass to Gorkov, now to Miller, who shoots and deflected by Cheese out of bounds. Holmberg taking his corner though. Goes over the net. I like them. Lind plays it into Stoch. Now to Dono. Puts it up to Wooters, to Metalbeard, back to Wooters. Takes too big of a touch and Masters intercepts. Holmberg passing to Torres. Gonna lose possession though to Lind. Stoch kicks it up. And Jansen is free. Shoots and bounces off Kaganor's leg. It wasn't offside anyways, like I thought, but still. Good place. Ooh, the free kick is intercepted. Gorkov is going to end up with the pass to Holmberg on the left wing. Carries it back. Pass to Gorkov up. Trying to progress the ball. The Camavinga looks to pass it up to Torres, who shoots. And Torres has not been able to really get shots from inside the box yet. But if he does, I think he's going to score. Honestly. Anyway, we have Jansen kicking some to the corner. Headed over. A jumping kick by one of the legend players to help clear it, but headed back in possession by Wooters. Jansen picks it up. Pass back to Lind to Stoch. Chips it over everyone to Jarvinen. Either way, now Acker's going to have this counter attack. Legend Miller, the legend Torres is in the box, shoots, and I spoke it into existence. As soon as he gets an attempt within the box, he scores. All right, that was good stuff. The counterattack worked to their advantage perfectly. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. That shot is just bad, but that's fine. Some passing. Kaganori has it. Pass to Hootie. To Camavinga. Deanne. Pass to Torres. Back to Camavinga. Pass it up the wing to Deanne. Now back to Torres, who's in the box. Strays off. Gorkov wastes a golden opportunity. You can't do that. I don't care if you're a legend player or not. You can't be doing that. That was horrendous. Absolutely disgusting. That was gross. Either way, Masters to Maxwell. Back to Masters. Back to Maxwell. Gorkov loses and Torres hits it. But with that hit, brings it out of bounds. So, the notable players from this match. I mean, Bubblegum and Metalbeard. Those two connected on at least two assists there for Metalbeard and 3 goals for Bubblegum. So, you know, a 4-0 win is extremely convincing for Stockholm. The question does remain, though, whether they can keep up this momentum heading into the second half of the season. That's right, folks. I forgot to mention, it is the halfway point, isn't it? So, next up, we are going to have, I mentioned them earlier, Jakarta versus Royal, I believe. As long as I'm not being dumb. I don't believe I'm being dumb. I never believe in being dumb. I'm actually the smartest man on earth, if you didn't know. Woe is me. Too smart, too handsome, too humble. But here I am, recording an early morning Academy match day. And I was right. Never mind. I definitely am the smartest man on earth. They're running a 4-3-3, it looks like. Looks like a cascading 3-3 part of that. And a 4-2-2-2 or something like that. It's kind of a weird one, not gonna lie. Jakarta is on top of the standings, though, which is interesting. They've remained that way for, I believe, pretty much the whole academy. So, either way, Scotch Chakal pass it back to Wag. Gets it to Donnie, but the next pass ain't so pretty. Donnie, I feel like I gotta say that like like I'm in Boston. Like the Donnie. Fish. The Scotch Chakal back to Fish. Let's take a shot. And it's in! Marvin Fish. He goes fishing for the goal and gets it. Another player I've been kind of rooting for this season because he has a simple name. Come on, guys. It's hard to struggle with the name Fish. He does get lucky, though. Ampros makes a good attempt at the save. Gets past him, bounced off the post, and into the net. They could have easily bounced off the post and gone straight back. And gone through. Scotch Chakal has a corner. And headed away, Fish picks it up, pass back to Scotch Chakal. Gets it into Donnie, who shoots. Not a bad attempt, but didn't have a great angle, to be honest. Banto bends. Reaches him from the corner. Can't find anyone, but Fish picks it up. Oh, stolen away by Thunder. Easy little Thunder. Easy little Thunder. He's gonna chip it over everyone. Gets it to Bittner, but the legend player clears the ball. Picked up by Scotchkov. And Stapari is going to tackle it out of bounds. Stapari kicks this one in. Headered in by Tenderloin. Fourth legend Tenderloin, actually. My bad, G. So, Jakarta's getting beaten up by food now. To be fair, we've had two foods scored. So maybe this needs to be studied, the effect of food on FM24. Fanto bends, hits it in. Wiggins puts it to Fish. Little pass, and the legend player takes a pass from Fish and wastes it. I feel like that one should have been a goal. It definitely would have been a goal if it was me. I like scoring goals. I really do. Seeing a wasted goal opportunity is terrifying. Not terrifying. It's gross. Fish is going to end up on a clear here, but Stapari puts it back into play. Oh, it's caught the Thunder around him, and a positively horrendous kick there from whoever had that. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed. You can't have that. You were right in front of the net and you chipped it over. Either way, Phantom bends, plays it to Fish. Back to the legend player. The Phantom bends, he puts it out to Wag, who's going to put it in. And what a wicked save by Ampros. Looks like it was offside. But still, now that was one hell of a save. Cheeseburger does a little spin as he gets the ball. Plays back to legend to Bittner. Now into Stapari. Up to another legend player. Tenderloin. To Velox. To Lexington. Back to Velox. Velox going to carry it past Cheeseburger. To Bittner. To Thunder. Who has... He shoots! And it's deflected off the player out of the net. Out of the stadium. Out of the ballpark. Kicked in pretty hard, actually, but it's returned to sender way out of bounds, so Another corner. This is going to be taken by a legend player. And goes over the net. Alright. So Toward has not had to make many save attempts so far, but the one he does have is interesting. Phanobens crosses it in late. Okay, but it's going to be cleared by Royal. Royal, the way picks it up. Passes it back to by Lacken, baby. Lacken. He's going to try a little chip shot from far, but goes over. Not sure if it was deflected off someone's foot there or not, but either way, good attempt. So halftime, score is 1-1. We got the Fischer himself, and both teams have had chances, and both teams have failed to capitalize on it. Despite them being 1-1, I'd say there's a lot of room for improvement so far. Definitely a lot of unforced goal errors. I mean, both goals have been off, like, strange deflections. Either way, Bittner has to Legend Gerard. And the shot by Thunder is going to end up right into the hands of Toward. Now Stapari moves this in from the corner. And finds a man, but ends up going over the net. Not a bad attempt. Sorry if I'm sniffling a bit, boys. That's just allergies for you. Stapari gonna kick it in once more. Goes long, bounced out. Bittner picks it up to Thunder, who shoots and scores. Thomas Thunder. Easy there, little Thunder. Easy. That was a great play by Thunder. It just found a small gap between everybody and took it. So Port Royal ends up. Oh my God. Chicago suddenly collapsed. Stapari shoots it. It bounces off Lacken and into the net. That's rough. I was gonna say something, but no. Phanobens. The pass to Scottish Call was great. Fortunately, the finish did not end up where we wanted. Stapari beats us in. Header it away. Lexington picks it up past Bittner. Takes the shot himself, but Toward makes a good save. Legend Gerard is going to kick this in from the opposite corner. Puts it to Bittner behind, who whips the shot. Why can't they do that? Why can't they like just give me those shots? Hey, please, let me try that. Never goes over, but still. Ooh, Newman to Velox. Takes the shot from distance. Good save by Toward. Legend Gerard's going to boot this into the corner. Wiggins clears it. So we got a throw in. I'll say that own goal by Rylacken, I feel for the guy there. As you know, he was just part of the wall. Got unlucky that it clipped on his head. Ooh, Emperor's making a wicked save. The sim said it was easy, but that was not an easy one. He reacted very fast. Ooh, Thunder, the cheeseburger. Oh, Wiggins picks it up easily. Easy interception. Toward has the ball. Whips it way down the field. We clear it way too far. Gerard picks it up, passed it by Stoppy. Crosses to tenderloin to Newman to Cheeseburger, who's free in front of the net, 1-on-1 with the keeper, shoots and misses. Port Royal could have extended their lead to 4-1, which honestly could have sealed this game. Wow. Tampa locks. Pass on the right wing. Tries to get a Cheeseburger, but fails. Wag intercepts. Wag's covered by people. Newman picks it up, shoots, and it's a save by Tower. Oh my God. Port Royal should be up 5-1 right now. Gerard. I'm baffled, folks. That Toward makes two, like, those saves were so important. He's keeping his team in this, and they are failing to do anything to help. Ooh, Bittner! Oh, yeah, all these shots on Toward, eventually another one is going to go in. Yeah, it just headed back. Gerard passes, and Bittner shoots. Wow. That was a great shot from distance. Toward's going to beat this long. Koopa picks it up, carries up the wing, pass up the blocks. Going for a buddy. Ooh, hit away by Wag. Headed back into play by Thunder, who heads it. But it doesn't matter because the goalie collects. Legend Lexington pass to Koopa. Back to Lexington. Into Tenderloin. Plays it back to the goalie. We're in the final seconds of this match. Bittner to Thunder. Thunder picks it up, carries it. Look for a pass. Goes over, and there we go. Bittner, with a goal and an assist, is going to secure the player of the match. I'm not sure if I would have given that to Bittner there, but I will say, just because I feel like Stapari played probably a bigger role in terms of actually building up plays and doing things, but Bittner's also a great choice. He received a lot of those corners. Took a lot of shots. Still, Jakarta falls to Port Royal. The reason is simple: unforced errors. Either way, Game 3, folks. Game 3 is going to be Atletico versus Istanbul. This should be a good one. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Istanbul actually just has, like, wait, no. No, they do. It's just legend players. Okay, well, I can slam Istanbul for doing bad things then, at least. Actually, is Atletico just legend players? I had to look down for a second. Look away from the screen. I know, crazy, right? Well, let me break the fourth ball for you guys real quick. It's 11 a.m. on Monday, July 13th. Hello, future. No, they're not. Okay. McRae, past the legend player, shoots and deflected. By the Alright. McRae boots this into the corner, headered back, and cleared by Istanbul. Although, not going to get much going with it so far. Dodo. Kang, who shoots. Goes wide of the net. Not a bad attempt. Gets it to Knight. And Smith heads it back in. McRae ends it up with it, but loses it to Istanbul's legend players. Fearsome legend players, I should add, since I'm an Istanbul alumni. Either way, Deschamps, the goalie, comes out to kick it to his team. And how am I going to say that name? Bajramovic. Oh God, I'm in trouble. Bajramovic. Oh, we got that was a weird little visual error there. Either way, gonna ignore that. McRae has the ball, passing it back to Dodo. Looks to progress it up to Gruber, does, gets to Major, shoots, and it's a good save by the legend player. I'm hoping that eventually one day I will be a legend player for them. I did score like 11 goals for them. 11 goals and 5 assists. I'll take that. Okay, Bajramovic passes it into Gruber. Barely, by the way, I might add. McRae has this corner now. Atletico is in full control now. This is the point of the season where Dodo to the legend player bounce off the woodwork twice, and we got multiple shots on net before it is cleared. Oh boy, they don't like me talking apparently. I was gonna say, I do hope that one day, Dante Von Wolf will be a legend player for Istanbul. Either way, Gruber carries it up, pass back to Smith, to McRae, who shoots! And the shot, pass goes to King, who finishes. Henry King with a goal. Or Kang. I said King, I meant Kang. Yeah, that was interesting. Gruber to Smith. Again, that was just like a shot-like pass. It had some ferocity to it. Look at Odin Rentman. Either way, this ball is going to be cleared. Okay, Plink gets it to Knight on the wing once more. Ooh, stolen away by Smith momentarily, but Istanbul managed to recollect. Yunez, though, gonna intercept it. Oh, terrible jump attempts from both the legend player and Kang. Maple has it, passing to Kang. Yunez to Maple once more, cleared, but not well enough. Runa takes the shot, and it's an excellent save by Hall. Hall. I said everything. The last place you check for something is always the place you will find it. Think about that. Think about that, folks. I don't know why that came to mind. Well, I do know kind of why that came to mind, but I'm not going to explain it. That takes too long. And we're at halftime. The XG for Atletico is almost to 2. And they've only scored 1 goal, so clearly the attacking opportunities have been there. Although, again, I pointed it out, but I mean, it was probably that one where they had 8 different shots on the net, but the goalie just kept saving it, or it kept getting bounced off the player. Either way, Gruber gonna take too big of a touch, loses it to Busquets. By the way, some passing, Knight to man. End of highlight. They don't like me shouting out the legend players. Man to Busquets. Passing it up to Arsenal, I think it was. By the way, I lose possession of it. So we got some legend on legend violence again. Nunez looking to pass it, gets it to McRae. I like the name McRae. Maple has it though. Shoots! No way! Off the left post, and it rolls out. It rolls back across the post. If they had anyone like, oh my god! Henry Kang! A second goal of the night. Atletico, move this man to striker. He's got it. I can see a goal scorer. I'm a striker myself. I can tell a goal scorer from a normal defender. And Henry Kang, he just runs for it and shoots. That's what you want to see. Excellent goal. The finishing wasn't like super impressive or anything, but it was still a good goal. Very, very good goal. Or sorry, no, not impressive, sorry. I should say it wasn't flashy. It was impressive, just not flashy. Either way, Smith to Dodo, pass it across the field to Nunez, chips it over, tries to get Jarmovic, and does find Gruber off the pass for a goal, but the question is whether this one will stand. It does! And there we have it, folks. A goal awarded. This makes me want to play a clip from my goal. Just because I want to. Yeah, Gruber just a little header. Does not have to do anything. We got an injury to a legend player. But I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't really mean much considering we just have to swap with another legend player for Istanbul. We're already down 3-0. Considering this is the point of the season where legend players start to get like the skills start to get really outmatched in terms of TP, it's not a surprise that Atletico is well on their way to securing this win in rather convincing fashion. Anyway, McRae back to Dono. To Runma, to McRae, to Rupp, to Aruma. Back to McRae. Pass it up, gets it to Gruber, who has a chance to shoot. Does. And the ball goes right back to him, but it's deflected off of an Istanbul player, so. Or the second shot, as I should say. McRae boots us in from the wing. Alright. Bajarmovic. Oh, loses it to Pink, who has a counterattack despite it being slow as balls, man. Holy smokes. Slow. My gosh. That man couldn't chase down a man in a wheelchair. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. He could not chase anyone down. McRae kicks this in, and a nice header to bounce off the woodwork. Maple looks to hit it in, but it's cleared. Legend Lopta. He's gonna lose it to Legend Ruma. No, Ruma for the Bala. I don't blame you for flipping off the wheel, or me, I don't blame you. Legend Nunez for Istanbul, pass back to Juleson. Super sub. We're gonna have some passing back and forth. Legend Lopta has it, shoots, bounces off of the Gates-Champ's hands as he hits it over the net. Oh, it looks like Bajarmovic is Bajarmovic. He's injured. All that to say is, I don't know. Busquets tackles Smith, loses possession of the ball. Man picks it up, pass back to Knight, end of game. A very easy 3-0 win. I will say, Kang himself definitely helped carry them to that one. Deservedly gets player of the match for his 2 goals. So, a nice brace. I can see the headline now. Henry Kang brace leads Atletico to victory over Istanbul. Bottom of the table, Istanbul. Strong defense. Headlines, efforts to keep Istanbul down and out permanently. So that was a rather quick game, folks. So we'll move on to the last one, which Sydney versus Victoria Falls. So I think the match day chart here is accurate this time. Not isn't it usually isn't, but still. Yep, I was correct. I'm the best. They got a nice little kind of like a fat diamond formation. One side is just fat. Either way, Victoria Falls is currently in 3rd. Meanwhile, Sydney seems to be, I believe they were 6th there. I didn't really see it too clearly. Noxus going to pass it back to Star, who has had a good season. Ends up at the hands of Hawkins after the tackle. Pass back to Legend Jero to Legend Mueller. Up the wing by Hawkins to Hayden. Henry Hayden. Hits it off of Hermit in order to just give themselves a clear corner. Now, City's formation should have a lot of players in the box. Just because of just defensively, that's what it looks like. It looks like they'll have 4 or 5 people in there at any given moment. So, yeah. We'll see if it works out for them. Because they might not have enough attacking power. Although right now they're showing they do. Good clear by the legend player, Jero. Although Hayne is going to be all. Ooh, Hayne uses his speed, and that pressure he provides results in interception. Gets it to Star. Pass out to O'Harley. O'Harley or Hurley? I didn't quite see that. And it just zooms past into the screen, so I can't even read it. I pretend I knew all along. Oh damn. Star gets it to the striker. Nor Noxus. Why am I having trouble reading names today? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not built for this, apparently. Not today, at least. Anyway, Sebastian. He does get the Tatao, but the finish is horrendous, so. Legend Jero takes it from Kane. Gets it to Noxus, back to Jero. Puts it into Sick, that's right. O'Hurley. Does have the speed to get up the wing, chips it into Noxus, heads it down, but nowhere near enough power for it. So Sick. Can we have a Sick little pass in here? He does, but it's headed away. Noxus picks it up, shoots! Deflects off someone, and it's going to result in a corner. So a good try. Sick is now going to take the corner from the other side. Puts it long. And, wow, okay, that corner had some good power on it. I wonder if he's upgraded his corners. Maybe. Anyway, Legend Liang. Why? I don't know. Anyway, O'Hurley gets it to Sick. Takes too big of a touch, passes back to Liang. who shoots, and it's Kane who tips it over the net. I do agree with the sim though. Liang definitely deserved a goal because he picked that up and he should have been able to capitalize on that mistake. But it was a good shot he had too. Sebastian hits it to Jeeves. Ooh. But Hayne picks it up, loses possession of it though almost immediately. So far, Sydney City has been in full control of this match. Oh, see, all Taitao had to do was not hit it into the keeper there, like directly into the keeper. That's it, and that was a goal. He had plenty of room on the left. I don't know. Kicks it to Liang, who's going to possibly have a chance to shoot. Hits off the woodwork, and the next shot just kind of bounced off the guy. Might have bounced off the goalie, but he didn't react, so I really have no clue. Either way, once again, City has been in full control of this match. Victoria Falls, I don't think they've even really had a true opportunity to score. So sick. Well, unlimited scorers. Alright, Sick chips it in. There you go, by Spacchiaro. This is the tale of the legend Spacchiaro. Our pirates so brave on the open seas. Our mystical foes, the island today. Not in the res, but the Lonely Island song is excellent. Kane's gonna drop kick this one. Gets it back. Sebastian. Ooh, bad pass. So a little passing. Noxus ends up hitting it out to Hawkins on the wing. He carries it up, crosses it back in. Has two guys in the middle. Gets it over everyone to O'Hurley, who's gonna take the shot. And he waited a long time. Yoker just gets in front of it with ease. Sick. Crosses it in now. Headed away. Sorry, not headed away. Picked up by the goalie. So, geez. I don't know where they showed us that animation of the ball going to the corner. I don't know, bud. By the way, passing to Hermit, who shoots. Of course, nothing comes of it. Silly legend players. Thinking they can score. That doesn't happen unless you're Istanbul. Either way, the XG has evened out pretty much. Not completely, but more or less. Sydney has been in control most of the game, though. Although, it does feel like it's only a matter of time. One team will likely seize the lead and not look back. I would say Victoria Falls haven't played like they deserve the win so far, though. Jeez. Oh, also, I just want to clarify, by saying they don't deserve the win, I don't mean that they don't deserve the win. I mean, they haven't played convincingly enough where I think that, yeah, they get this win right now. They're just lucky to be up 1-0 right now. Not that I think Sydney deserves the win either. Anyway, Nelson's on Sebastian here. Gets past Nelson. Nelson makes the comeback to help recover it, though. Looks like it's a penalty. Not within the box, though. Ref's going to check anyways. And verdict is no penalty. Star heads down to Noxus, gets it back to the legend, back to Star, chips it over everybody. Hayne has the speed to get there, 1-on-1 with the keeper, He could have taken one more touch to help get center himself, but instead he kicks it right at the keeper. So, some passing gets around everybody. Looks to get it to Liang once more. Crosses it in and headed away by one of the legend players. So, Mueller pass to Hawkins on the right wing. Hawkins does have good speed. He has enough speed to get around the legend player. Does. Crosses it in. And the play, unfortunately, doesn't result in a goal. But, hey, Hawkins showing what he's got the speed. Sick on the corner. And Star, actually, it looked like he just absolutely repelled off his foot there. Not like he kicked it, like he just repelled it off his foot. With like immense force. Which is kind of cool. Someone gotta teach me how to defy physics like that. I want to score physics defying goals. You know, I'm gonna have tries over here. I'm gonna have goes for overhead kicks or whatever it is. I'm gonna score like 18 bicycle kicks. I'm gonna win. That's what I'm gonna do. Nelson picks it up past to O'Hurley. Brings up the left side. Take a crossing to Noxus, but goes over. That one I felt like he could await the play at his feet. Like if he just lets that fall to him for a volley, that's it. Hayne passing to Hawkins. Now Mueller. Back to Hawkins, who takes a big touch to get around everyone, crosses it into O'Hurley, who's going to have a chance at the goal. And it's easily deflected by the... Well, not easily. The goalkeeper kind of had to do like the splits there, but deflected nonetheless. Here's a question. Do you think a goalie who could do the splits would be overpowered? I don't know. I think it'd be funny. Alright. Hurley to Star, back to Hurley, back to Star, shoots right at the keeper. All these shots from the Eagles have just been bad. I mean, in terms of placement. Like, come on. You shoot it right at the keeper's face and you expect it not to at least bounce off him. At worst. Either way. Sick to Hayne. Back to Nelson. To legend player to Hawkins on the right. And all they have to do is play keep away. So. Passing around. Ooh, they get it up to Noxus in the middle, who shoots too far to the right. Okay, crossed in, header, clears it. It's going to be a corner. So, not that impressive. But it looks like the game is shortly going to come to an end, so Hawkins is going to waste as much time as possible. That's for the best. And Hayne gets it, boots it in, just heads it back. It gets picked up by Liang. Does have Tate Tower there. Ooh, that's a big penalty. I understand why he took the tripping penalty because of the time, but still gives him a chance to actually hit this forward. He's passing it around just a little. Unfortunately, time will end. Not too bad. Well, actually, no, it was kind of terrible. So, Victoria Falls will come out on top versus Sydney City in, honestly, not a very deserved win. Like, their finishing was not very good today. The most play they got was really just came from corners. If I was Victoria Falls here, I would look at this formation and I would go back to the drawing board until, because this formation it can work, but clearly it's It's probably not working at the academy level or something like that. Or not with the, player builds they have. Either way, folks, I think that brings us to the end of our match day. Which means I'm free! I can get breakfast. I can eat for the first time in 20 hours. Yes. So Jakarta is on top. Port Royal in second, Eagles in third, Stockholm moves up to fourth. Stockholm Idrottsklub? I didn't know that was their full name. It's pretty silly. Fifth is Atletico. Sixth, Adowa Accra falls. Sydney remains in seventh, and Istanbul remains in eighth. And thank you all for watching, folks. This has been maybe not the most exciting match day, but certainly just a solid one. This has been Dante, aka Sawyer, aka Bloodless. Remember, everybody, stay hydrated, stay safe, stay quirky, whatever it takes, and I will be sure to catch you all next time. Maybe not next time, but I'll catch y'all later. Bye bye.